One of the greatest television shows to come on air in the last decade or more has been House of the Dragon. It surprised a lot of people, not just those who maybe were kind of lukewarm Game of Thrones fans, but even like hardcore Game of Thrones fans, and even Game of Thrones fans that kind of fell off the show in the last season or two, who were very skeptical about House of the Dragon. All of a sudden, House of the Dragon came back in. They checked it out and was like, oh my God, this show is really freaking awesome. And it's just been incredible. And we've been waiting anxiously for House of the Dragon return. It's coming back in less than 3 months, guys. Less than 3 months, and House of the Dragon returns. And today, they dropped not one, but 2 new trailers called the Black trailer and the Green trailer. And the folks over at Variety wrote this. They said, House of the Dragon is asking viewers to pick a side. In season 2, Rhaenyra's Black faction or Alicent's Green team is who we're being asked to make decisions between. And it says, HBO dropped 2 unique trailers Thursday for season 2, which premieres on June 16th. One trailer focuses on Rhaenyra, Prince Damon, and their forces on Dragonstone, the Green, and other is centered on King's Landing team of Alicent. Sorry, they're the Black. And the Green team is, of course, landing team of Team Alicent, her father Otto, and her children King Aegon and Prince Aemond. Taking place 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, season 2 of House of the Dragon will officially mark the start of the Dance of the Dragons, the Targaryen Civil War.
Always bet on Black.
Always bet on Black. The wisdom of Wesley Snipes shall never disappear. I'll tell you what, you guys know I love House of the Dragon. I've been dying for this show to return. I think the idea of releasing 2 trailers is absolutely and utterly brilliant. Releasing 2 trailers is such a fantastic idea, and really calling on people to pick a side. You know, which side are you going to be on? And I think all of us on this esteemed panel today with one voice agree that we are all Team Green, right?
You would be Team Green.
I'm just saying, like Ray agrees, right? Like,
yeah, full of rats. That trailer was full of
I
rats.
kid you not.
Can I mention something, John? You forgot one demographic in your intro right there. There's also people who never watched Game of Thrones, like me, who actually really liked House of the Dragon, and it's just on board now, you know.
And it just stands on its own, even without the original House of the Dragon. I mean, we're sitting around the office today. I'm in here, and Ray's out there, and I hear Ray watching the trailers, and he's watching the Green trailer first, and all I hear him is mumbling to himself, "Rats. They're all rats. They're all rats." To be honest, I am like, facetiousness aside, I am really more of a Team Black guy. I am more of a Team Black guy. I love both of these trailers, you know, showing them from both points of view. I mean, look, we know the king died wishing his daughter to be on the throne, but Alicent legitimately thought that the king was saying he wanted her son to be on the throne. So you got this really kind of neat dichotomy. The whole way they set it up about these, not just 2 competitors against each other, but these 2 people who were truly the best of friends, now pitted against each other. I love this show dearly. I love both trailers, but I'll tell you what, for me, the moment of the trailers is Matt Damon. Not Matt Damon. Not Matt Damon. Matt Smith playing Damon on his dragon and just going, "You have 2 choices. Renounce the false king and bend a knee to Rhaenyra, or watch your house burn." I mean, it was just such a Damon thing to say, and the way he said it. So I got to ask Ray because I mean, there's nobody who is more firmly one side over the other here than Ray. So Ray, what did you think of the trailers?
Okay, from what I know in Game of Thrones, here's what worries me. They're not afraid to kill people, fan favorites. Yeah, I haven't read the books. I don't know what's going to happen. But if you take Damon away, I'm done. It's going to be a sad house. It's the sad house. It's going to be a sad Campea house. There's going to be an empty chair. There's going to be no meat. There's going to be no meat on the grill. There's going to be nothing. I'm leaving. You better stretch out his life for like at least 2 seasons. 2 or 3
It's just
seasons.
going to be Ray singing Les Mis.
Yeah.
All my friends are dead.
That's all I care about. All I care about. He seems to be the only person that I kind of relate with, as in like all the back talking and like talking behind each other's back. He seems to be the only one that's just like, you guys are dumb. You know, that's why I really like him. So yeah, I'm very excited. I haven't read the book, so I don't know what's going to go on. I've been waiting for this. I mean, it seemed like yesterday season 1 ended, and then they announced, oh, it's going to take us a long time to get to season 2, but now we just got the trailers, so we're getting the ball rolling. I'm on this journey. Let's do it. I can't wait.
Empty chairs and empty tables. Anyway,
That's
Chris,
what it's gonna be.
It's totally odds. He's going to be lamenting with a drink in his hand. Chris, you saw the trailer. Well, first of all, I've never asked. Team Green or Team Black, and what did you think about the trailers?
I tend to gravitate towards Team Black, even though those are illegitimate children. Like,
oh yeah,
Allison, you are not wrong. You are correct, ma'am. But I tend to gravitate towards to them, which is always weird. The thing with Game of Thrones is like, I shouldn't root for incest. I shouldn't. And yet here we are. The thing that I love about both of these trailers, though, I mean,
It was a lovely night on a beach, and the stars were out.
It was romantic as heck. You know. What I love about these trailers, though, is that we've talked about this so much with this show. It is so cinematic. It is so well done, where it feels, I mean, it feels very HBO, but it feels movie-like. It feels like it's on this whole other level. Especially, I mean, not to throw shade at Marvel or DC, but when I watch some of these things, and sure, a lot of these dragons we're seeing at night, we're not seeing them with a lot of detail, but it feels so epic and so well done.
Absolutely.
So ultimately, the winner is us who gets to watch it. But Ray, the first rule of Game of Thrones is you cannot say who you love, because they will die. They will be killed so quickly.
I know.
They'll be taken from you.
But I'm with you. The dragons look excellent. Like, there's some shots where the lights even on them. They're not hiding the CGI at all. It all looked great to me. There wasn't one shot where I was like, that's kind of questionable.
I also really hate Allison's children. I just hate them.
Oh, they're
the
awful.
worst.
They're horrible.
Terrible children. But Chris, you raise a really good point, which is when you look at
Incest.
well, the incest. Let's talk about incest. No, but when you talk about like a show like Game of Thrones, a show like Last of Us, a show like Shogun, like these are shows that are absolutely putting Star Wars and Marvel and DC to shame with the cinematic quality. Andor might be the one I'll put Andor up there with the way it was shot and the scope of it and the epicness of it. Like, I'll put that one up there with, like, say, House of the Dragon, all that kind of stuff. But other than that, like, these shows are putting these huge, massive franchises and their television offerings to shame. Like, why doesn't Marvel create television? Like, if you're going to put out stuff on Disney Plus for Marvel, okay, if you're going to do that, do it. But why not put the love, attention, energy, and effort into it to make it feel like a true cinematic event like Game of Thrones does, like Shogun does, like some of these other shows can? Because I'm telling you, they just deliver. Like, these shows just deliver week in, week out without 20-minute episodes. And sorry, I'm going to go on I'll try to restrain myself from going on a whole side tangent here, but I just think you make an excellent point. Like, why can these guys do it and do it so well when you got these biggest franchises in the world that can't seem to pull that off at the same time? So, I mean, there's that. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Guys, it's a brand new year, and a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions, things they want to change about themselves. But I've always believed that it's also equally as important to identify the things we're doing well and building on those. And therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. I've always believed that nothing impacts our daily performance in our jobs, our hobbies, our relationships like our mental health. And I've also said for a long time that it's about time that we stop just putting emphasis on on improving our physical health by getting out to the gym, but also by putting emphasis on improving our mental health as well. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you gotta do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So guys, celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see the two. Are you team black or team green? And what did you think of the trailers?
Well, John, I'm going to quote John Cutter. You ask yourself, who is John Cutter? John Cutter was played by Wesley Snipes in Passenger 57. And he had this philosophy to offer. When you play roulette, you always bet on black.
Did you not?
Okay. Were you not did
you not miss my joke
muted? They just said that 5 minutes ago. I guess.
Hey, let him have it.
Robin zoned out. Robin zoned out for a
minute. You're thinking about physical media.
You didn't say John Cutter.
Well, it didn't say John Cutter. It said Wesley Snipes said always bet on black.
Just let him have it. Just let him
but everybody says that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but no, the thing about, I just love Rhaenyra Targaryen. I love the whole, that side of the family.
Oh, yes.
So, I look, I love redheads, so I should go for Alicent. But the problem is, to me, she, as much as I love her, she's kind of dumb. She's allowing herself to be led around by her power mad father, who's clearly, the wearing the pants here, and he's selfish, and he's using everybody. He was using his daughter the whole time, the whole marriage to Viserys or whatever. I mean, it's all a bunch of BS. She's being manipulated 4 ways till Sunday.
Oh yeah, Otto is kind of, if you had to say, like, one of the brilliant things about Game of Thrones is that you can never point at Game of Thrones and say this one person is the bad guy, or whatever, right? There's always multiple levels going on at all times. But if you had to point at one person in House of the Dragon and say who's the villain, it's Otto Hightower.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I think his grandchildren are little turds, yes. And Aegon may definitely turn into, or Aemond may definitely turn into the more prevalent villain. But like up until now, like Otto, he's a manipulative father, who oddly enough, and this is why I love the whole Game of Thrones universe. I think Otto legitimately loved the king. I think he legitimately loved his king. I think he legitimately, in his own twisted way, wants what's good for the kingdom, even though it's very convenient that what he thinks is good for the kingdom is also in his personal best interests.
Sure.
But I mean, yeah, I feel bad for Alicent because she loved her friend, but she loves her family and wants to honor her house, but she's got an incredibly manipulative father, like Rob is pointing out. I mean, it's just one of the things. It's the fact that they are so good at painting in shades of gray in this universe that makes it so delicious and so great to watch on a week in, week out basis.
Absolutely.
I think you nailed it. I mean, that's what makes this such great drama, is that the shifting sands of allegiances and things change. And I think that you never know. I mean, if you've read the books, you might know, but the stories are so compelling for that reason, because everything is gray.
I had a question oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, just picking something that what I like about it, it's like life.
Yeah.
Like our real life.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Oh,
if you will.
John Cutter too? Is that John Cutter too?
Okay.
I had a question. I had a question.
Wesley Snipes' other great quote.
Always bet on chocolates.
I had a question. Okay. So this doesn't come out until June, right?
Yes.
Yeah, June 16th.
That's a lot of time. I'm really excited. Should I go read this book that they're doing?
No.
This is the first time I've ever asked.
No, don't read.
Like
No, I wouldn't read it either.
No,
because it's not really a book. It's more of a history.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that will cloud that. Like, I still believe doing that clouds then your perception of when you watch the show or movie, because now you're not going into the show or movie clean, and you can't just judge it on its own merits. You know what I mean?
All
like
right.
you're just like, oh, well, they did this differently in the book, and I don't know. Guys, anyway, question is for you. What did you think about the black and green trailers for House of the Dragon Season 2? Are you Team Black or Team Green? Which of the two trailers did you think was better? I thought they were both fabulous. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.